why iPhone sales are collapsing. So in this video, we're gonna try to understand what is going on with Apple. Apple is saying that the demand for its smartphone dropped by more than 10% in the first 3 months of this year compared with the same time period last year. Despite knowing that in 2023, Apple shipped more than 234 million iPhones, capturing a 20% market share and growing 3.7% year over year. From January to March, the revenue is down by 4%. The iPhone sales are down by 10%, and the iPad sales are down 17%, and finally, the wearable sales are down 10%. And by the way, this is not an industry problem. This is Apple problem, which means that challenges Apple faced were specific to their strategies or innovation or products or management, rather than a broader economic trend or a market trend affecting all the companies in that industry. Because the global smartphone shipments are up by 10%, but the iPhone sales are down 10%. So now we will go straight forward and speak about the two reasons behind that. Reason number one, the replacement cycle and the innovation. The replacement cycle refers to how often consumers replace their electronic devices with the newer models. And what is happening with iPhone is that people are not desperate to have the newest iPhone model as they used to be back in the day. New iPhone models are not generally that different from the previous models. For example, the iPhone 15 did not introduce groundbreaking changes. The main change in the iPhone 15, for example, is that it has a USB charger and no more mute buttons. So if the people are not seeing a major changes, this is gonna lead to a longer replacement cycles and less immediate demand for the newest iPhone models, and the sales will drop. But we're just gonna wait and see what's gonna happen late this year with Apple launching the iPhone 16 with AI-generated features that may lead to a major innovation changes, and this might drive up the sales of the iPhone. Speaking about the replacement cycle, this replacement cycle is influenced by a variety of factors such as technological advancement or changes in consumer preferences or increasing device durability or economic constraints. There is so many factors that is affecting the replacement cycle. Shorter replacement cycles often indicate rapid innovation and a high consumer demand for the latest technology, while longer replacement cycles suggest slower innovation or consumer satisfaction with the existing devices. Now let's get back in time to the beginning of the phone industry. Apple took the lead by innovation. At that time, Apple revolutionized the phone industry with the introduction of the iPhone in 2007. At that time, most phones were primarily focusing on texting, calling, with a very limited internet capabilities. The iPhone, however, came and offered a groundbreaking combination of touchscreen interface, internet browsing, and multimedia capabilities in one single device. And this led Apple to quickly establish itself as a market leader in the smartphone industry, known for its premium devices. Now going to the second reason, China. China is accounted for 18% of Apple sales, making it a critical market for Apple. But what is happening in China is that the smartphone industry is growing in a fast pace. There is a big competition for iPhone. It comes from Huawei, Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, and these companies offer a range of devices with a competitive features often at lower price points compared to Apple's iPhones. So what happened is that all these companies together squeezed the Apple stake in the Chinese market, and as a result of that, Apple fell from the second place in 2023 to be in the fourth place in 2024. The top spot in the country at 18% market share went to Vivo. The second place went to Huawei, which has increased to 17% market share from 9% last year. And this is because their innovative technology in the smartphone industry and also in the telecommunications sector as well. And the third place went to Honor with a 16% market share. And of course, the fourth place went to our favorite company, Apple. And here I will tell you something. In today's fast-paced business environment, industries are being disrupted by innovative newcomers. Companies that fail to innovate risk being overtaken by these disruptors who offer more innovative solutions and better meet the needs of the customers. If you didn't innovate, this signals to the customers that the company is not forward-thinking or responsive to the change that is happening in the environment. And the companies that are slow to respond to the change may fall behind the competitors who are more agile and more adaptive. And this can lead to a loss of the market share as the customers migrate to more forward-thinking alternatives in the market.